Hey guys, it's me, Jenna from the White Witch Parlor, and welcome back to another episode of Q&A Tea Time with the White Witch, which is me, Jenna from the White Witch Parlor. Thank you guys so much for all the views from last week's Q&A video. I was really inspired by all the questions and I was really kind of blown away, so thank you so much. Make sure that you leave the comments in my YouTube video in the comments below so that way I can get them all organized and easy to find and answer. So thank you again for all your questions, and let's go ahead and start with question number 1, which is from Lippy Witch, and her question is, does the look you give off just a creative expression, or does it tie into your spirituality? This includes things like your hairstyle, jewelry, or clothes. So that question, like I said in other videos, I do consider myself an artist. So I basically just I see it and then I be it. So in my mind, I see how I want to look and I envision like what my idea of me is, and a lot of my looks, my hair color, my makeup, all these things were just things that I've kind of developed over time and overgrowing, when I first started playing around with makeup and all that stuff. So really it doesn't have anything specifically to do with my spirituality, but it has more to do with just a reflection of who I am, my vision of myself, and how I like to express it to everyone. So things with jewelry and stuff though, I do like to use jewelry that has crystals, so I don't really wear anything unless it has some kind of metaphysical power to it. Like I have moonstone that I always have on and things like that. So I think today, I have my black tourmaline on for my necklace. So I'm always kind of wearing necklaces that kind of help enhance my magical energy and my kind of give protection, or moonstone gives really good spiritual energy. It also really calms me. It keeps me in check basically spiritually, and it helps me be the greatest woman that I could be. So that's basically my hair and my clothes. All those things are more just a reflection of myself and how I see myself. The next question is from Jessica, and she is from New York City, and she asked, do you center your spirituality around your eating habits as well? Yes, I do. That is a big yes, because I was vegetarian for a long while, and actually right now in my life I'm going through a transition into raw veganism. I really encourage you guys to do some research on this, and maybe I'll talk about it in other videos, but it's something that's really important, and it does hinder our spiritual growth when we eat things like meat and animal products, because the animals die and this isn't like an activist video or anything, but the animals do die in a state of fear, and we are what we eat. So when they're getting killed, that moment, that adrenaline's going through their blood, it's poisoning the meat. So when you eat it, not only is it dead meat and it's been dead for quite some time, but you're eating that fear and that adrenaline rush. And over time, that's how we become so fearful of everything. We don't grow, we don't expand, and then this can go into the whole Illuminati thing, but this is how they're trying to keep most of the people in check and in line, and this is something that makes it easier to control the masses. But when you eat really clean, organic as much as you can, and all these things, it really, really helps you awaken to your full potential, because you're not sick every day. You're not being held down with this weight and this emotional baggage that is causing you diseases and fear and all these things, holding you back from everything that you're capable of truly doing. So I really, really encourage that you do eat organic as much as you can. I know it can get expensive, but if we all did it, the prices would drop a little bit more. And eating organic, you can really taste the difference, and you can feel the difference in your body, mind, and spirit. So yes, I definitely revolve my eating habits around my spirituality, and during the holidays, if I get caught up in that spiritual happiness of being with the family and holiday happiness, I definitely sometimes start eating those cookies and things like that if they are, vegetarian. But I noticed that the week after, I don't always feel all that great. So, really important, keep track of what you're eating and do the best you can, and don't be too hard on yourself. If you can't afford something, baby steps, just work in baby steps. And if you want to stop eating meat, start slowly to start incorporating more vegetables or fruit in your diet and things like that nature. So thank you, Jessica, for that question, because that was a really important one. And then Leanne Hudson, she asked, my question is, can you suggest any way of balancing my workplace? I know there is a lot of negative energy there. She works in the welfare field, and I deal with many broken people. I do want to do my best for them. However, I feel my energy is always being sucked away from me many times. So I actually just posted a video a couple days ago about energy vampires and things of that nature. I don't want to say that everyone that goes into a welfare office is someone who is an energy vampire. They sincerely need help. I understand that. But there are people who leech to this notion of always getting help wherever they can instead of trying a little bit harder for themselves. So with that said, and this was all covered in the last video I did, when you're dealing with people who have a lot of emotional baggage, they have a lot of hardships in life, they have a lot of just troubles in general, you really need to learn how to go to work and shield your energy. If you can't do like rituals and cleansing rituals daily in your office, then do little things like put some selenite at your desk. Selenite is so powerful. I do have another video on this. It's really good for cleansing any energy. It's just a really great angelic spiritual stone. It keeps the energy really beautiful and peaceful, and you might actually notice some of your clients being more calm when they come to your office and sit at your desk. They might be in this energy and feel a little bit better about everything and feel manageable to their problems. So try some selenite, try wearing some jewelry that helps protect you spiritually. Actually, what I have on today, funny enough, black tourmaline is really good for protecting your psychic energy, and then moonstone's really good for keeping you calm and centered. So I would really recommend wearing jewelry, placing some stones at your workspace or around your office if you can, if you have that say so to place things, like do a crystal grid around your office or workspace. And then I really highly recommend you checking out the last video on energy vampires, because you can do some quick meditations at the end of each day to kind of cleanse yourself and then protect yourself of any spiritual or energy vampires that might have clung to your energy and really drained you, because you want to keep your vibrancy really full and you want to keep your energy full so that you can keep being the better you. And you can't really help others if you're not at your peak energy levels. You know, it's hard to give energy to one battery if the other battery is fully drained. So think of it that way. And you don't have to go around smudging your whole office every day, but you can really incorporate crystals to make your workspace a better, happier place, and maybe your coworkers will catch on, and then before you know it, your whole office will be a really beautiful energy grid of crystals. So thank you for that question. Let's see. Next question comes from Seophora, and her question is, what's the witch's journey like? And she is in love with nature, and she recently discovered how wonderful it makes her feel, how connected she can feel to any living creature. But she doesn't know what she should do, and it's not clear to her. So she says, I'm just feeling all this wonderful energy, but I'm confused and all over the place. Where should I begin? Any advice for beginners? And yes, there is tons of things you can do, but what I highly recommend, because you said you are kind of all over the place, maybe scatterbrained, and you're just kind of overwhelmed with all the information, take one day at a time, and again, baby steps. Focus on one thing and start learning about that. Like really dive into that, learn that, and then it will lead you to the next thing, and it will fall into the synchronicity, and you'll see everything kind of tying together, and you will be able to really get a sense of what you need out of your spiritual growth and what path you're going to be turned towards. Also, really important, if you are feeling really scattered and all over the place with all this new energy that you're coming across, it's really a good idea for you to go to nature and ground your energy. Get grounded with nature, sit there in a meditation, do a meditative walk, just walk barefoot on the earth, and really make that connection and ground all that scattered energy so that you can feel at peace and centered with your emotions. It's really important to feel at peace with your emotions so that you can be better in your spiritual growth. You want to also possibly work with some grounding stones. You can use boji stone, hematite, black obsidian, smoky quartz. All these things really help to pull out any negative energy that you might, or scattered energy that you might have, and then it will ground it for you so that you'll feel a little more centered and then focus on what it is your spiritual growth needs to be. And just work through that. Get through that phase first and then keep growing. And as you grow, you'll find so many things, so much more information coming to you on a daily basis. And again, just kind of narrow in on what you want to learn more with and keep moving forward that way. So thank you for that question. And the last question for today's video is going to be from Christina Lannon, and she says, I was wondering about strengthening your intuition. So strengthening your intuition is really an important thing on your spiritual growth, obviously, but you want to learn how to kind of actually incorporate everything I just covered, grounding your energy, eating better, and really focusing on what it is you're trying to achieve through your spiritual growth. So with that said, you want to surround yourself with like amethyst, turquoise, a lot of stones that enhance your spiritual growth. You want to do meditations and maybe even try yoga out. Just some simple yoga, nothing too fancy or intense for you. Just to start, it really helps awaken centers in your body and energy vortexes that really help amplify the spiritual growth within you. And if you do meditation where you're focused on your third eye chakra, you'll really, really feel a difference because you're focusing all that energy on that area and you're working to heal it and expand it and open it, and you're kind of welcoming that energy. And then that falls into the law of attraction. If you're seeking it, it will find you. So just work on all these things. And if you want intuition growth, maybe start working with like divination or tarot cards, things that help you really understand your questions and understand your intuition. Try working with pendulums too. Pendulums might also help you really advance with your spiritual intuition because you'll better understand how this intuitive feeling feels when it's coming forth, and then learn to trust that. So I hope this video helps some of you. I didn't take a tea break, so I will take one now because I have some yummy cranberry orange hibiscus blend I made last night, and it's delicious. And it sat overnight. Made some iced tea out of it. And I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, you can give it a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel so you'll be the first to know whenever I put out a new video. I've been putting them out about 2 times a week, which is I'm gonna keep trying to do that because I really do like giving these videos to you guys. And yeah, you can find me on www.whitewitchparlour.com or my Facebook page, The White Witch Parlor, and on Instagram at White Witch Parlor. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all very, very much, and have a beautiful and magical, blessed week. Mwah. Bye.